Hi everyone, it's Jeff. This week's topic is do's and don'ts. I'm not going to limit it to only people who are cis or any of that sort. This is to anyone. From my perspective, the do's and don'ts in dealing with myself. Because I don't want to just say, this is how all trans people feel. Because that's not good. Yay, stereotyping. And generalizing, but I'm gonna start with do when you're greeting me for the first time or anything, do ask me what my preferred name and preferred pronouns are. I'm probably going to do the same, and if you look at me like I'm completely crazy, so be it. I know that there are cis friends that I've done that to, or that they've been bringing me to meet their friends from college and all that stuff. And I asked that question, and they kind of look at me like, what the hell are you doing? Obviously she looks like a girl, so call her female pronouns. But so I'm gonna do that, and I prefer for that to be kind of a reciprocal thing when you're meeting me for the first time. What do you need, puppy? Bailey's here again. Oh, what do you need? What? Okay. I feel like she's gonna have more fans than I do by the end of these things. I mean, look at her. I'm a huge dog fan. I'm sorry. I get sidetracked. And, okay. Do not call me by the name that you knew me previously as, because it's easier for you or whatever. The amount of pain that it puts on me is it's awful. Because I haven't heard she used towards me for a while. Well, I heard it yesterday. Because I was with my aunt and uncle, but it was only heard once, so that was crazy, because it was the first time that I was seeing them since being out to them in around Easter. So my whole extended family knows, except for the side that disowned my family, but that's another story. And so, but they were using Jeff and he very well. Only once or twice was it slipped up, and I am extremely blessed for that. I haven't really run into anyone who has used my birth name that I went to high school really with recently or at all. Whether or not that's happening outside of my little bubble, I have no idea. But just, yeah, call me by my preferred name and preferred pronouns. Don't be the asshole who isn't considerate of what I would like. Obviously, if people are slipping up and catching themselves, then they're putting towards an effort, and I'm less likely to crack down on them. But if there's nothing registering that you just called me she and it caused extreme pain, then I'm gonna start to get a little frustrated and potentially hound you to call me what I prefer. The next one is it okay to out me? I'm pretty much out publicly. I came out on Facebook and changed my name and everything probably in January, and I've been out to my parents for about a year or so. So I mean, I'm out, but I do not like being outed. If it's someone that I don't know and I'm meeting you for the first time, don't introduce me as your trans friend or something of that sort. Like, that's my business, that's my life, that's my area, and my information. You shouldn't be just throwing that around. If I trust you enough to have that, to know that I'm trans, then good for you. Do not out me without my permission or anything of that sort. I have been outed multiple times. Mostly my parents. But I mean, they give me a little heads up. They're like, hey, we're going and seeing these people. We're going to tell them about you. Okay, great. But I have been outed by people that I really trust. With that conversation, I want to be there to see the reaction and handle the questions as they come. That kind of thing. Like, if they're really confused, maybe I can help them understand a little more. And I'm not the only trans-identified individual at my college. There's another one who continued to out me to the media and newspapers, that kind of thing. Like, I would get texts saying, hey, expect a call from this place because they're going to talk to you about being trans and what that's like, and that I'm really not okay with. Like, invasion of privacy, major. Destroyed. That was. They did not respect my boundaries or my wishes at all. So that friendship has kind of been very rocky. Mostly because of just not talking to me about how I wish to handle such situations. If I'm going to go, or if I would like to do that, be that public figure, and going to the newspaper and saying this is my life story, that kind of thing, I will do that in time. Because I would like to say that I've been out pretty recently. I was still really trying to figure out how to handle living a double life kind of thing. Because I was not out publicly at that time when they wanted me to go to the newspaper and have all this stuff done. What else? What else, Bills? Okay. Let's see. Do I like having people ask me questions, whether they're about my transition or my genitals or that kind of thing? One, if they're coming out of like good intentions, I'm more likely to answer the questions. But it depends on the timing and the situation. If we're in a very public place and you're asking me, for instance, I haven't ever actually gotten this question, but if you're asking me, are you having growth down there? I'm more likely to be like, this is kind of a private conversation. You can Google it as well. I mean, you might be able to find all the answers to the questions that you have on Google. But I'm more likely to answer questions if I know that they're coming out of a good place and curiosity. Like, the good kind of curiosity, not the ignorant asshole curiosity. Like, I've had a coworker ask me if I'm going to have surgery, and I said yes. And she was wondering the way that she phrased it was like she knew that I was planning on getting top surgery, but then she kind of motioned, "Are you getting a?" I was like, probably not. So I know, like, I have answered questions like that, but knowing the person and having that conversation, I prefer to have it be in a private place, and if I know how the questions are coming at me, and whether they're good-hearted and that kind of thing. Let's see. I don't know. I guess that's kind of my do's and don'ts list. Don't be ignorant when you're talking to me. I have a very short fuse, usually. So, if I'm stressed and someone's going to ask me a question that I find extremely inappropriate and ignorant, I'm probably going to turn into the Hulk, and it's not going to be fun for anyone. But yeah, just, if you're curious, one, Google it first, because I'm not a zoo animal or whatever. The only reason that anyone is asking those questions is because I'm trans, that kind of thing. Yeah, Google will be your best friend, and it will be grand. And if you want to talk about something that you found on Google and you're like, hey, I saw this the other day, I was researching it, let's talk about it. So yeah, that's my do's and don'ts list. Basically, my don't comes from don't be an asshole and a dick. And my do's are do be a good citizen and supportive person, that kind of thing. Wow, that sounds really corny, but I'm gonna keep it. That's fine. So yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Bye.